Hello, welcome back.
Okay, welcome back. We love being with you guys and each
Mhm.
other, and we just spent some beautiful time together
Yeah.
praying over this podcast and what we're going to say and what you're going to hear.
Yeah.
So, we wanted to start with the Bible Scroll app, which we had mentioned the last time that we were together. It is the app on your phone that you can download, and what it does, as I mentioned before, is it locks what you want it to lock so that you read your Bible first. And you read it on your phone, and that's okay. So today it involved James 1. So what it does, by the way, is that it will include multiple books of the Bible. So James is what it initially included today. So what we wanted to read, man, it's so good. The whole thing is actually delicious. So you need to read James 1.
James 1, 5 through 8.
Yeah, 5 through 8. So the verse of the day is verse 5. Now, if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to him. But he must ask in faith without doubting, because he who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind. That man should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. He's double-minded and unstable in all of his ways. Oh man, that's what I started with this morning, but it's so beautiful to start with that reminder about how precious faith is at the very beginning of my day. It's like, okay, that is the most important thing. So, what a beautiful thing. I hope you received something from that, and that came from the Bible Scroll app. So, download it and make sure that you use it.
Yeah. And did you want to read the takeaway? I really liked the way
Oh
they
gosh.
described it.
Yes.
So I just feel like it felt a little more applicable if you are not a follower and you just are curious what this really means.
Yeah. So, here's the takeaway that this Bible Scroll included just on these verses. And then you continue to read more in the Bible. But the takeaway from these verses is God does not roll his eyes when you ask for help. He gives generously and does not lecture you for needing it. If you are confused about what to do, which is me most of the time, if you're confused about what to do, ask. He's not annoyed by your questions.
Never. Listen,
That
it's
was
never.
so assuring to me because I so
Mm.
often feel like I ask continuously, I ask repetitively and childishly, but I need to remember he says, come to me who are weary and come to me like a child. It's
Hmm.
okay to approach God that way.
Yeah, he never tires of hearing us
Mhm.
ask. He loves it.
Mhm.
So it's just never stop.
Yeah. Beautiful way to start the day. And
Yeah.
so that's from Bible Scroll. So wanted to share that with you guys. Okay. The other thing that we said that we would expand on, and here we go. Oh, Lord. So the Airbnb experience for my family, here's the deal. During the festival, which we had mentioned, that our town has Tulip Time Festival. And apparently it's a global sensation.
Yeah, people.
Neither of us are Dutch, so it is a celebration, though, of the history of this town. So it is pretty cool.
Yeah, it
Pretty cool.
is. It is pretty cool.
So I decided, hey, let's put our house up for Airbnb because it's this festival. And apparently there are fees that you have to pay to Airbnb that were absolutely waived for that week. So I thought,
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
yes, that's why we did it that week.
Sounds amazing. That's a great
Well, yeah,
decision.
we didn't have to pay anything. So we cleaned our house. Well, I live with two boys, my sons and my husband. And I didn't want to hire a professional cleaning service, although they're fantastic.
They are.
My gosh. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to pay for a professional cleaning service while making the money of this experience, which would help pay for some things, some financial needs coming up, like a trip. So let me just say, when you clean to that level, not just pick up and like have a good cleaning day where one room sparkles a little bit. When you're on your hands and knees cleaning, that is a totally different experience.
The Cinderella clean.
It took, oh my gosh, I wish I sang like her. You're
Mhm.
exactly right. How did she do that with that rag? Cleaning
She had to whistle while she worked.
cleaning.
Well, that was Snow White. Never mind. I'm mixing up my Disney
I
characters.
don't know, but now I've got good songs to sing
That's a
next
good
time
one
I
too.
clean.
They do a lot
So,
of cleaning in those
yes,
Disney movies.
but cleaning walls, totally different
Yeah.
than just making sure that your table's really wiped off. Okay, there's a difference between cleaning your dishes, stacking them, those look great, and taking them out to clean the cupboard underneath and around them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, if
Like,
you
how often do we really do that? Not really. I mean,
some people
if
live
it's
that
clean, you'll
way.
see it and you do it, but
I mean, I think it was more of a workout to clean. I'm not kidding. I don't think we went to the gym that week
oh, it is a
because
workout for
and then
sure.
to expect your children to cooperate to what level? It was absolutely insane because then you have the yard.
Right.
You want the people to enjoy, like, I imagine going to I've used Airbnb before.
Yep, me too.
And when you go, you have high
Of
expectations of, like, if
course.
you're gonna list your house, this better be hotel
Hotel
quality. Yeah,
experience,
like,
yes. Yeah.
that to get your own house to that level was absolutely wild. I could not believe how much work it took. How much effort. We're talking toothbrush to the floor. Oh,
Really, you too.
yes.
Really.
Cinderella needed one of those. She just had those rags.
That's true.
Yeah. So it was absolutely wild. If you have participated in the Airbnb hosting experience, which is different obviously than using it, then by all means I would love to hear your tricks. I called the people that I know. You have to know people too that are just, I don't know, the clean bee, like the people who are just good and they mop their walls. I don't know what they do. It's a much higher of a priority for them, right?
Yep. Well, that's our service, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And I love the couples where it's a mutual value.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have that and that's okay. My husband writes books, lots of other strengths, noticing what needs to be cleaned, not not a big strength. And my children,
We all have our strengths
yeah,
and our weaknesses
we
that we
do.
can work on.
And sometimes
But
cleaning, it's a struggle. Is it important? Is is it petty? Is it
no,
both, right?
it's not petty.
Well, to some degree it can be.
Oh, for sure. If you're just like
Right.
yelling orders at people, no. And the expectation you have might be different from someone else's
Yeah.
expectation. Like open
Expressing.
communication
Here's
about it.
here's a great example. This morning I come down. I wake up after my son even he goes to work. So he makes these protein shakes. He knows it is a priority to clean up after himself. In his mind, I'll clean up when I get home from work. But I come home or I come downstairs to open peanut butter, open, jars of creatine and all the things that he puts in his
Hmm.
smoothie, a dirty blender. Like, but he thinks, well, I'll clean that up when I get home from work.
Yeah. Okay. I was just thinking about this. It's like, well, he still hasn't experienced roommates. He's experienced mom and dad.
True story.
Roommate is so different because then they don't have skin in the game like mom and dad. And, mom and dad still kind of appear like the kind of people that took care of you and raised you and brought you up. So you still have that attachment. But
Yeah.
once you move in, like I think it changes a person when they start to have roommates and they grow and they get older and they move out. And so it's all part
Boys
of the
too.
process. Yeah. Like you can go from pretty messy to like you realize there's other people there that are using the stuff that are not your mom and dad that you're like getting to know. There's just this
Yeah.
sense of like, what are they gonna say about this left out? Or
Well,
they
I'm going to teach my children. Well,
or
but I phrase this. Sorry to interrupt. But I phrase this with them. What do you want to come home to? Because this is what you're going to come home to
yeah.
if you don't clean it before you leave. What are we going to say?
I was just gonna say it's about respect for the other people
Exactly.
that live there and showing respect
Yeah.
by picking up because you care about them and you want to provide a blender that's clean. So if they need to use it, it's available. And instead of
True.
making
Yeah.
them wash it or put all the stuff away, it takes extra time for them to do that. And same for them to you. Like you would want that same reciprocal respect.
So I haven't been clear about that as a parent. I admit it. That's one of my faults. Like
Mm,
I rather
yeah.
rather
Nobody's
than
perfect. We're
saying
learning as we go.
rather than saying I'd like this done, when you make a mess, when you use whatever, please take care of it right away or before you go to bed or whatever. Instead, I say, please take care of it. Well, that means he has the
Yeah.
freedom.
That's
I mean, technically he
I
has
didn't
the
think of that,
freedom
but you're right.
to interpret that as Oh, I'll take care of it
Mhm.
on my own time.
Yeah.
And then there's conflict, and who wants that? So, yeah.
We're learning as we go, like I said,
Yes.
right? And it
Yes.
takes time. Like, we're not robots.
Well, so back to cleaning and the Airbnb experience, the
Yes.
positives, I know that the people that rented our house, there were 3 nights out of it was available, like, 8 nights, and there were 3 that were booked. 1 in a group of 2, and then 1, like, another person or another family booked it for 1 night because you don't not everybody wants to do the whole festival.
Yeah.
Um,
Oftentimes
so
people will come like the first weekend or the
yes.
last weekend.
Those 3 nights paid for I wasn't gonna share this, but honestly, it paid for our tickets to Italy, 3 nights, 'cause of what you can charge for a whole house with how many bedrooms and bathrooms and things like that. We don't live in a huge
But
house, but
they live in a area that's really close to everything and
we do.
also
Like
is
downtown,
beautiful. There's
it's on Tulip Lane.
Tulip Lane, so they live
Yes.
right in front of
There are
that.
miles and miles of tulips. That sounds like we're selling Holland. Like,
It's beautiful.
it is
I mean, there's
beautiful here.
flowering trees everywhere and
Yeah.
bushes.
We're by the beach.
Everything
I'm going to the
smells
beach
really
later with my
good.
son. Yeah. It's
We're talking over each other, sorry.
oh goodness. Now we're like, we love Holland.
It's
Yeah.
pretty here, and people
Yeah.
are so kind and so nice. And
Yeah.
that's important to me to live in a space that, like, people, like, legitimately are kind to one another here. Like, truly.
So come visit.
So, yeah.
Summer is fantastic. It really is. It's beautiful and warm and you can do the beach or you can do parks or you can do downtown. So there we go. We sold our
Mhm.
town.
There we are.
That was an extra.
So there's a lot of positives to an Airbnb. Beyond the money, there's like the way to offer as hospitality, your
Yes, that's
place.
huge.
Hospitality is a fruit of the spirit. Well, not a fruit of the spirit, but it's a spiritual gift. Just the gift of
Yeah.
hospitality and wanting to open up your home to share that. And you did.
And it does give you a reason to clean behind the downstairs freezer, just things that you just don't think
I don't
about.
think they're looking me on the downstairs freezer.
Oh, Aaron, but you have to they rate you. So if something is dirty that they see that they're like, "Oh my gosh, why is there a sock back there?" Which there was. They might rate you
You
like
really
you
went
were
above and beyond
No. I went, "No.
to clean behind your deep freezer.
Aaron, people I'm telling you, because we included laundry as one of our, assets that they could use at our house. So our deep freezer is
Oh,
right by
yeah,
the
that's
laundry.
true. Okay,
So
okay.
if it's available, which is right by the downstairs bathroom, it's got to be clean.
That's true. Okay.
And you
I mean, I thought like clean, but then, behind things,
no,
I didn't
all the
think about.
floors, if you look at your floors, I'm telling you, you're going to get a toothbrush out.
Okay.
That's what's going to
As
happen.
long as it's not the one you use at night.
No, I should have a separate jar of toothbrushes
You need to have.
just for like windowsills and just
She
like,
says I
yeah.
should have,
Is that going to happen?
I should have a separate
No,
toothbrush.
we
No, you
shouldn't.
need to have.
Yeah, gosh.
And right, cleaning on it. I actually do use toothbrushes for different things like cleaning my ring or,
You do?
oh, yeah, I like, when you want to soak it and, brush it with a little toothbrush. And I
No,
write
I'm
on
not that. I'm not.
cleaning
Mm-mm.
toothbrush. Like, I make sure people don't think, because it's in our, I have to write on it. I worry people are going to think this is for their teeth, especially if kids. They're like, it's a cute toothbrush because it's a kid's toothbrush. So
Yeah.
they might think, oh, this is for me. Anyway.
Well, what you shared was perfection is
Oh,
thief of joy. And
yes,
when you are looking at your house that way,
it is.
it kind of drained me.
Perfection is the thief
If
of
yes,
joy.
I'm like the house has to be perfect. And okay, well, it has to be absolutely clean and appropriately clean for people, but when you feel like it's got to be staged and perfect, then there's got to be it just didn't feel like there was any grace. It was really hard.
Yeah.
That part of it was hard.
So she learned that she really has to live in grace for herself.
Mhm.
I love that you
I
learned
learned
that. That is
I
a big,
faced
big,
it. Mhm.
big thing to learn. That's a hard lesson. I
Yeah.
think it's a constant learning in that respect.
Yeah, like live in your home and
Live
give
in
yourself
grace for
grace
yourself.
while you're being responsible and doing what you need to do
Mhm.
and take care of what you can take care of and give yourself grace for what you can't or what's not for that day.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace
And
for that.
ask for help.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes. The Lord
Yeah.
helps us and tells us to ask. We need to be asking our families and our friends. hey, I could really use help organizing this, particularly since I've got this timeline or whatever it is, ask for help. You're
Mhm.
right.
And there are times, like, I might not have an idea of how to put something together, organize it, and yet Becca comes over and she's like, "Hey,
You
we
see
we
it
do
differently.
this.
Yeah.
What do you think
Yeah.
about that?"
You
And I
see
was like,
things
"Oh, yeah, I
differently.
never thought of that before."
Hmm.
So, yeah, I like
Yeah. That's important. That's important. That's what I learned.
so, yeah,
It was good. It was worth it. It was really hard. And
that's
that's
good.
the case. Yeah. It's the case for a lot of things.
Mhm. I actually so going off of this Airbnb idea is I've always wanted to do this. Have if you've ever seen this movie called The Holiday, it's not new. It's a little older movie, but it's
When?
with Jack Black,
90s? Early 2000s?
Kate Winslet, Cameron Diaz, and so Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet put their houses online and they do a house swap. And Kate Winslet is living out in Europe and Cameron Diaz lives out in LA.
Hopefully these people know who these
I
actresses
know.
are.
Well, the
Yeah.
idea is
Yeah.
like she lives like Kate lives in this cute, really cute cottage, like surrounded by wildflowers and like cute little
Yeah.
walkways and everything's tiny. And Cameron lives in a huge, beautiful home in LA,
Okay. Okay.
in the suburbs and
So
stuff,
environments.
really different. And so they both experience like the opposite kind of space and feel. And yet it's so good for both of them. And I just love that movie. I just think it's so funny, but it's also like really beautiful how they get to experience someone else's kind of
Yeah.
environment and life. And so I was like, I would totally do that. I would love to house
I
swap.
I would do
That would be
that.
fun.
I would do that because there's so much and then you'd come home. You'd
Okay.
come home and be like, somebody saw my closet differently. Look how different this is. It's so refreshing. I would love that. And you'd come home with things probably cleaner just because it's not your space. So it doesn't feel like work in the same way.
True. Because they're enjoying it in a different way.
Oh,
They see
completely.
things differently than you do because they're different. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is really neat.
Yeah.
So
Should we
anyway,
house
I wanted
swap?
to bring that. In Holland, though, I
You
mean,
have 4 kids. I have 2, but you have an extra bedroom downstairs. If Aaron and I house swapped, but if we did,
I might not leave your house because I would be like,
mm,
you have 3 bedrooms.
I might not leave your house because I'm like, oh, you live right across the street from a park. Pros, cons.
Mm-hmm.
Pros, cons. But
Mhm.
yes, your kids would have more space
Yeah.
to run
We're
around.
not, so we kind of live in this mindset of like, I'm not opposed to the idea of my kids sharing a bedroom. I think it's really teaches a lot of life skills. I think it's good for them. So all 4 children sleep in one room from
Mm.
15 down to 4, and we make it work.
Don't they do that by
It's not a
choice?
massive room either. We have a bunk bed, we have a loft bed, and then we have a crib under the loft bed, like a toddler bed under it. And we figure out bedtimes, like we have our routine at night. So everyone has a kind of a different bedtime, but it still works for them because they've learned to respect one another and like have lights out at a certain time and it's quiet. So they know to get their things before they go in. If they have to get
Mhm.
ready for bed, as soon as the others have to get ready for bed, even if they're staying up longer.
Mhm.
So, and then they have to learn to share space and clean. And it's been amazing. In fact, they like it. Yeah, they're growing up. They kind of want their own space a little bit more now, but especially my oldest, but she still like doesn't mind it. So I think there's value in
That makes
having
sense.
everyone live in one bedroom, at least for a big part of their childhood.
Mhm.
So that's why it's worked to have 2 bedroom homes. It's a small house, but it works out.
Doesn't look small. We both have Cape Cods. So when you look at our house, it looks like it's the same size,
Yeah,
but they're just so differently mapped out, you know?
true. That is true.
You know? But when you look at our houses, about the same size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, about the same size.
Yeah. But maybe we'll swap.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll see.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll send the kids to camp and then yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you and your husband can take over my house, figure it out, clean it up, vice versa. That I could see.
Yeah.
But with all the kids, I don't know. That would be a lot.
Yeah, it would be a lot.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something funny. My daughter, we were in the car together and we were driving through town. And I like to point out like women who are pregnant. I just think it's so beautiful. And I
Ah,
was like, oh, look at there. She's, walking down the sidewalk. She's, she looks like she's due any minute. I said, there's pregnant ladies everywhere. And because I had seen so many recently. And she goes, well, it's that time of year. And I was like, honey, you can get pregnant any time of year. Like, it's not just springtime.
But in Michigan, when it's like all cold, they're like, you do the math on that. It's just funny.
Yeah.
But you do recognize, like, when I see really pregnant women, laser eyed, like, I just want to, like, I'm like, honey, can I give you a pedicure? Like, I just remember.
Kind of carry something for you.
I just remember that. And they're walking, and they were probably previously marathon runners, but all they can do is, go for a walk. You're very limited, and maybe that's probably not the case for most people, but you just want to, like, can I just hold the baby? Like, can I just hold your stomach up? Because can I just give you a break? Oh, I love those man, like, strap on.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
The dad.
I wish I had found one of those.
The dad, like, experiences it for, like, 10 minutes. Like,
they need to know.
It's not so much how much weight, it's, like, where. And, like, the strain on your back, just the interesting way that you're carrying the baby.
I just thought of something that's interesting, because I know a lot about the body with dance and stuff, and Pilates and all of the certifications I have. And so the woman's center of strength and balance and gravity is in her pelvis, and a man's is in the center of his chest.
Really?
Yes. So imagine. That makes sense. If you're pregnant, that would help you balance, because it's all there in the middle. But imagine a man with that in the middle. He would tip over all day long, right? Wouldn't he?
Aaron,
I didn't think about that till right now.
He would, because my son, he's so strong.
He's very strong.
He's a senior in high school, about to go to college. He has a gym in our garage, and every so often when he feels like it, he just, like, will walk in the garage and do squats with, like, 300 pounds or something, like, he'll work on his legs, and he'll just do a couple reps and then go inside, and then, later he'll do the same thing. But I'm like, dear Lord, like, his legs, I have no desire for my legs to look that big. Like, his thighs, he's got it down. He knows exactly what he needs to lift. And my husband said, do you know how much weight that is? And I'm like, no, they're just big plates. I have no idea how much he's squatting. I don't take a peek. And he said it's like 300 pounds, something like that. So I'm like, dude, okay, your legs can do that. I'm not quite sure you could handle a pregnancy. And I see these women, and I just want to help them.
I know.
I just do. And we talked about how, like, my goodness, there are billions and billions of people that have ever existed. And every single one has taken a woman to go through that entire experience from A to Z. That's so much.
Yeah.
So to see pregnant people should be super common.
Yeah. Well, my daughter, I think, too, like, because she loves baby animals, and we've been seeing more and more baby animals around.
Oh, cute.
Because springtime. And we actually currently have a kitten named Figaro. We named him after the Pinocchio movie, because he looks like a Figaro. And we have a goldfish that looks just like Chloe. And so, and he actually, like, will play with her. Anyway.
The cat will play with the fish?
Yes. He sits on top of the fish tank.
Recreationally, or?
No, I think he wants to eat her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
And his tail will drop into the hole that's there, and, like, she swims around, and then he drinks the water and every day. It's great. It's great. So anyway, Figaro, I love it. And anyway, he's really cute. But we have a kitten, and so my daughter will see a pregnant lady, and she's like, oh, it's that time of year, because we're seeing so many babies. And there's, like, we were outside yesterday, because I love spending time in our yard. I like to garden. I don't know what I'm doing, but I like to garden.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, there's a hole over here. I think a chipmunk family lives in that. And I was like, a chipmunk family? Can you picture tiny baby chipmunks? They probably are the size of a bumblebee. Like, imagine, because a little chipmunk is only, like, this big, and a baby, they have several.
You're talking like in utero. There's no way they're that small and
they come out
alive.
I don't know, but they seem good.
Are you? Okay.
Can you imagine a baby chipmunk? How cute that would.
Here's what you're saying. You're saying you actually relate to the mama chipmunk who is carrying around these little tiny babies and gives birth to these.
No, I do not relate to them. I was just saying she, like
if the chipmunks are this big, they probably, like, are in utero or just came out.
Okay, Becca, we're getting too deep here.
Okay.
I was just saying my daughter loves baby animals.
And there are a lot of
And there are a lot of them.
They're not an inch.
Done.
Okay.
That's it.
If you're just listening, we were talking about a chipmunk being about an inch long.
Yeah. I was thinking, how big are they?
Well, at least 4 or 5 inches. We'll do our research.
Okay, I gotta research this.
We're not going to share this
I'm
again.
dubious of that because they're little, like full-grown ones are tiny.
Okay.
So anyway,
You can get back to us if you have an opinion on that.
the chipmunk question.
There are a lot of cute animals.
Yeah. But I just think, yes, women are
We're amazing.
amazing.
We are amazing.
We are amazing that we can grow a baby, and every human being came from that same experience.
Yes.
And
Unbelievable.
we walk around with another human.
We just have so
You
much
know,
respect.
It's amazing to me.
We
Like,
just
yeah. And I was
especially when they're at their end, and it's just like, holy sister, I am right there with you. I just have so much respect for you, and I want to help you.
yeah.
I'm an acts of service person, so I want to like give them a massage, give them a pedicure. Maybe if someone saw me with the stresses that I have, or like you gardening, like, gosh, that's so much work. I just wish I could give her a back massage.
I would just come over and fan her and give her ice cold water.
Yes.
I'd be like, oh, honey, let me help you. But I had 2 pregnancies, 3rd trimester in the depth of summer. So I get how hot and
Summer
miserable it
babies.
is. And yeah, it can be hard.
Yeah, you're a swollen mess. Yeah.
So
Okay, so coming back around.
coming back around.
Yes, we want to come back to our scripture.
So we wanted just to say, like, all of those things that we just spoke about, the experience of the B&B, the wonderful positive things of that also required work.
Hard work.
And the pregnancy requires work, but it's beautiful.
Look at the fruit.
And there's so much fruit from that. And so just like we can, in those times, ask the Lord for help. And when we ask him, he will give it to us, or he wants to give it to us.
Yeah. And he will walk us through those things that are difficult. So he does. I love this again. He does not roll his eyes. And it makes me think about, what do I need to ask the Lord for that I take on my own? I think I'm being obedient when really I'm ultimately being self-reliant. I haven't asked the Lord for this yet. I'm doing this myself, thinking it's responsible.
Yeah.
No, we need to be absolutely at the throne, asking first. Maybe we'll get redirected.
It might be yes, but not right now.
Now we know.
We don't know. But there's always asking.
That's not for us to know. That's what the word says.
Right.
So we love that. Man, we go on tangents. This wasn't too bad, though. He says, if you're confused about what to do, ask. He's not annoyed by your questions. So hopefully the Lord isn't annoyed by our podcast. I don't think he will be.
I don't think so.
He'll be like, girls, you're supposed to be talking about me. We do.
We do.
We love him so much.
Yes.
Yes. Ask.
He loves you.
So ask the Lord for something today. Maybe something totally unexpected where you're like, well, I didn't really think that mattered. But yeah, it does to him because you matter to him.
Yes. He loves you so much.
So, okay, we can end there.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day. We'll be back.
Okay.